Alright, so hey, I'm on Skype here with Jef K. He's playing for us at the Soweso party, meets 24-hour party people in Studio 80 this Saturday. He's running the Silver Network label. He's been DJing since 1995. I've read up on you now. And so yeah, we've got a few questions. Me and some people could send in some questions. So I'll start off. I think first of all, on the tip of everybody's tongue is, what does the K stand for?
It's the first letter of my last name. I have a name from Alsace, which is nearly German, and nobody can pronounce it right or spell it right. So I just had to put the first letter. It's very simple.
Okay, so it's no double meaning.
No. I had already this question from, especially in Britain, but no, it's just the first letter of my last name. That's it.
I understand. Okay, so as a Frenchman, you must have visited Amsterdam a bunch of times, I guess. A lot of French people come when they're young to Holland. Do you have a favorite spot in Amsterdam? You visit every time, or you want to?
Actually, I came, of course, when I was younger to visit the coffee shops. But since then, also I've been partying a lot in Amsterdam. I remember the Beat Club in the early &90s.
Yeah.
With Jef K. Then I've been playing a lot in Amsterdam in the late '90s also with Marcelo at the Melweg and also at Paradiso and so many places. And also for the new clubs, I really like the club Troyes, which is to me one of the best clubs in the world.
Yeah.
And I look forward to visit the Studio 80 that I've heard so much about it. I've never been before, so it's going to be a big premiere for me, and I really look forward to.
We're also really looking forward to that. So you have a long relationship with Amsterdam then already, that you play here?
Yeah, it's more than 20 years I'm living there, yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a great city.
Hey, before you said, before we Skyped, you said you were dropping the kids off to hip-hop dance class. Has hip-hop been any influence of you, or for you, or?
Of course.
Yeah?
Of course. I love hip-hop because before I was listening to house music in the late 80s, early 90s. I was listening a lot to hip-hop and reggae and sound systems and ragamuffin. It's all funk, disco. Everything that's got a big bass line in it, is where I come from. So this is why I went naturally to deep house music and house music, like American house music.
Yeah.
So I need a bass line all the time. That's why my basics are, of course, coming from there, from original black music,
Yeah. Okay, nice. Okay, and what inspired you to become a DJ, and what to become a producer? Did you become a DJ and producer at the same time, or first?
No, not at all. I started being a DJ because in 1990 I went to live for a year in London, and before that I was going to the first house parties in Paris, and then I went to London, and then I really discovered everything. I went to some beautiful parties. I remember from Paul Trouble Anderson, like the garage parties.
Yeah.
It was the big time of Strictly Rhythm, all those beautiful labels, and a lot of songs and bass lines and super groovy and sexy music. And when I come back to Paris, it was, of course, some DJs playing this music, but not that much. It was mostly the time of the British progressive music, which I like also, but which is not really my thing. I was more following, because at this time, Laurent Garnier was playing a lot of garage. It was also DJ Deep and Eric Rugg, but most of the other DJs were playing really English music.
Yeah.
So I started to buy records, and I started to buy American music.
Yeah.
From She's Damnée, from Masters at Work, and all this beautiful music that I'm still collecting, and that I will never sell. I will get buried with it. And
it's like a photo album, right? All your record collections. Nice. And what inspired you to become a producer? Nowadays you see a lot of kids, they start producing because they want to be a DJ. But I think before, in the past, it was a bit different. What inspired you to become a producer?
Basically, it was that in the late 90s, I started my own label called Silver Network in 1999 because I was a resident at the Rex Club at this time for 5 years, and I had some really amazing guests that I was hanging out with every weekend, and then so I decided to use those relationships and release some music from those people that I loved.
Yeah.
But then back in the days, it was really difficult to make some music because you had to own your studio and buy a lot of gear.
You couldn't just buy a laptop and start.
Voilà. And also spend a lot of time in the studio to know how to work all this gear, all those computers, all those all those drum machines, keyboards, all these things. So I didn't really have time to do that. So I skipped a little bit the production side. I was doing some music with my friend Chris Carrier and some other people really quick.
Yeah.
But then it's like only a few years ago that Shidame came to town and put Ableton in my my computer, and then we did this project system with Chris Carrier and Shay.
Yeah.
And this was actually the first remix I did by myself.
Wow.
And then it went directly.
It was a big success.
And since then I'm struggling with my computer and all the gear trying to make some good music, but it's very difficult.
Yeah, well, you're doing a good job so far. So everybody, we all love it anyway here.
Yeah.
Let me see. Next question: Do you think much has changed in the way people are motivated? As I said before, like there's been a change. I think personally that people are motivated in a different way to become a DJ or a producer than in the past. I mean, there's so much more hype around it now. What do you think of this situation?
I think it's several things because when we started, like in the 90s, when you wanted to get some music, you had to go to the record shop and buy some vinyls because we didn't have, of course, internet and all. We didn't have information that much. You know, we had to struggle to get informed, listening to radio shows, going to the record shop, listening to the older DJs.
If you wanted to find a record, you had to search really well because there was nothing to look it up. You could ask somebody.
Exactly, you remember that time. And then you had to be on the. I remember receiving faxes from a record shop, and I had to. Then I would call the record shop and trying to figure out the track on the phone. Remember that when we were listening to music over the phone, you know, because we didn't have internet and all this. Yeah, so right now for the kids, it's much easier to have access to the good music. Yeah. But on the other side, since they have everything like very easy and instantly, I respect much more a young kid who has a really great selection because he has so much to choose from and makes his way out of it. Because when we would go to the record shop, we had a pre-selection from the record.
Exactly.
And now when you're younger and you have all this music, all the music of the world in your computer, having a good selection is to me a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. This question from that got sent to us from somebody that really wanted to know this. He was asking, how come most of your productions are so warm and funky on one side and very weird and druggy on the other side?
Because maybe it looks like me, you know. I like to because, like I said, I love this classic deep house music from the past, and this is to me the basis of the bass line and the drums, you know, which is and on top of that, I like to make it a little bit special, and but it's not that much druggy, you know. It's a little bit it's true. It's a little bit. How would I say? It's really difficult to describe your music, you know.
And for everybody, it's different. I think everybody.
I like to make it a little bit dirty, you know, like for some hip hop music that is also a little bit dirty, like Lil Wayne or all those guys, you know. I like to make it a little bit rough, so because you know, maybe it's where I come from. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say it. Right.
That's cool. Do you have any new projects or some exciting news you want to share with us?
Of course, yeah. I just started to make vinyls again with my label because it was really difficult at some point, and so I was doing only digital and sometimes vinyl, and now I changed my distribution with Synchrophone in Paris, and now I'm making more vinyls. So I have just had a release from rooted from Manchester with a remix by Agnès from Switzerland.
Oh, nice.
And the next one is a young kid called Arash from Frankfurt, who's going to be remixed by my friend Shade and Jordan Peak. And then I have a few projects coming up that are not really finished. And for myself, I just did a few tracks, but
you did a few remixes the last few months, right? Or the last few weeks. I received quite a few remixes in my inbox.
Yeah, but it's like I'm still progressing, and I'm trying to work hard to make it right. Yeah. Okay. And I look forward to meeting you because I've played your music for so many years, and it's like finally gonna hang out together.
Yes. We are very excited about it as well.
Yeah, cool.
As a conclusion, I have some choices for you. I'm gonna name 2 words, and you have to choose which one you prefer. Okay?
Yeah.
So disco or house?
You have to choose from disco or house.
Yes.
It's so difficult.
That's why I'm asking.
For now, to play in a club maybe house, but to listen at home. Maybe disco.
Because disco has been a big influence for you.
Of course, yeah. But not the cheesy disco with a lot of strings. You know, the real one. You know, I have so many names that don't come right now. But but the original
proper
disco, the underground disco. Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Okay, warehouse party or club party?
I would say more club parties because I'm getting old now, but I also like warehouse parties sometimes, you know, where you can have a really huge sound with a lot of reverb and the darkness, but no, I prefer to be in a more clean atmosphere, like that, sure.
Yes. You will like Studio 80 then, I guess.
Right.
Okay, croissant or baguette?
I like both. Croissant, baguette. In the morning, croissant, and with dinner, baguette.
Okay.
Which is nothing like a baguette, sure.
Okay. Digital or analog?
Of course, the sound of analog is much better, but digital makes it lighter in your fly case. But,
exactly.
Analog it sounds more warm and a little bit dirty, of course. Yeah.
And then DJing or producing, is there a choice for you?
I really feel comfortable DJing and producing. It's really exciting because I'm struggling because I'm not satisfied with what I do, and so I'm working more and more and more and more.
Keep innovating
it's kind of a challenge, you know.
Yeah.
It's such a good challenge because I spend hours doing what I love. So I would say, it's 2 different things.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, man.
It's been a nice interview, and we're all very excited to see you on Saturday. We're gonna have a nice dinner before. And we're gonna make a long party during the night.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you, man.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a nice Saturday.